not Chris Buck the photographer. I'm just Chris Buck. I have all these different hobbies, different things I do, things that interest me in my imagination as well as in, you know, just in hobbies and such. So I want to talk about vacations and my definition of a great picture is something that has at least 1 foot in reality and 1 foot somewhere else that's maybe a little bit more magical, a little bit more special. Chris Farley is a perfect example. We did all the shoots for the magazine, these kind of crazy shots of him dancing around the studio and doing these different moves and everything. And then I was like, okay, last 10 minutes are just for me. So I just had him like in a like a muscle shirt like this, and he had like a crown on. And when I shot it, I thought, oh, this is just kind of pretentious. But then after he died, I went back and found the contact sheets, and I was like, wow, this like, it's really dark, but obviously it kind of suits him. Even the fact that I kind of found it going back kind of taught me something about, okay, the simple shots often are gonna speak more later on, and that's really important. Trying to find that weird or surprising moment in the photo it's a particular thing that's really important to me, and I'm always looking for it. I think that I was always drawn to celebrities. I don't really understand exactly why. I think it was something of a, I don't know, maybe a bit of a fantasy life when I was a teenager. It was something I connected to outside of my immediate world. Sometimes celebrities are very difficult, or even I just can't find my connection in there, even if they're fine. I photographed Elvis Costello a few years ago. I'm like, just do something else with your hands. This is after about 4 or 5 frames. I said, do something else with your hands. Maybe put them on your side or something. And he's like, I'll do what I want with my hands. This is ridiculous. This is a stupid picture. I don't know why I'm doing this. And I'm just like, snap, snap, snap. He called my agent and talked to him for a long time about how much he hated the picture and how he never wanted me to use it ever again. I was a big fan, and I thought the picture communicated a lot of what his work is about, which does have to do with like being kind of a little bit adrift and kind of being in pain and frustrated. By the way, I have to stop here. This is where my friends and I play street hockey every Saturday. This is as a Canadian, this is a key thing for us. I'm much more Canadian now that I don't live in Canada. I think you're defined by leaving. I think Canadians have a much stronger identity than they realize, and only leaving the country do they feel it. I knew I made it when I photographed my sisters and they actually like paid attention and did what I asked them to. That's when I knew. I crossed that line. Before that, it was like, Chris, I'm busy, or no, stay away, or whatever. And then it became, oh, okay, whatever you want. I think my pictures often are successful because I put something of me in them. And I don't mean that because like I'm so great. But I think that any photographer, if they put their own personality and their own quirks into their work, it'll just be interesting because people are interesting.